Welcome everyone to the e-learning platform initiated by Science Park, Savitribai Phule, Pune University. This is the second part for Systems in Human Body. We are covering 12th chapter from SSC board and 10th chapter from CBSE board for standard 7. Today we are going to take an overview of digestive system. We have seen the muscular system in the last video, but to have a good muscular system, we need to have a good diet, healthy food, and we need to have good digestive system to absorb all the nutrients of our body. So let's see how our digestive system works and nourishes our body. Digestion is a very important process that happens in our body. It breaks down the food and liquid that we eat into a very small particles, and these particles can be absorbed by blood and transported into various parts of our body. We get different proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins and minerals, and water from digested ingredients. The leftover substances are excreted out of the body in various forms. Let's see a video for the basic process of digestion. The process of digestion starts in mouth. From mouth, it goes into esophagus. Here, there is a flap called epiglottis. When we swallow the food, the epiglottis covers the windpipe. That's how we don't get choked by food. So then it goes into esophagus. Through esophagus, it travels inside the stomach. Now, see the wall of the stomach. From stomach, all the food is churned, and the churned food is then pushed into the small intestine. The small intestine, here it is called as duodenum. Inside the duodenum, the juices from liver, gallbladder and pancreas are released, and then it further travels inside all the small intestinal parts. Here in small intestine, mainly the absorption of nutrients take place. Then it is sent into the large intestine. Then it is sent into the large intestine. From large intestine, it again travels the entire area. In large intestine, the water is absorbed from the leftover food. And here in the rectum, it is stored. All the undigested leftover food is stored in the rectum. And once we are ready to throw it out, it is thrown out of the anus. As we have taken the overview of our digestive system, now let's get into its details. The process of digestion starts the minute we enter the food into our mouth. Teeth break down the food in small parts, and saliva moistens the food so that it can go through esophagus easily. Then it is pushed into the esophagus with the help of our tongue. It travels down the esophagus into the stomach. Let's see one animation which shows the movement or vibration of the esophagus. The movement is called as peristalsis, with the help of which the food goes down the path. So the brown cloud-like thing you see is the bolus of food. So when it enters the esophagus muscles vibrates or moves like a wave. That's how the food is going down the path. It gets some motion because of this movement. Now this is just an animation, but imagine it as a wave. The esophagus is forming a wave with help of which the food is going down. So this vibrating movement is called as peristalsis, and it helps the food go down the path. Now let's talk about stomach. As esophagus pushes all the food down into the stomach, it sits there for hours. When the food enters the digestive system, as we know, it is called as bolus. Inside the stomach as well, peristalsis take place. So when the food enters the stomach starts to churn, and it adds very strong acids like hydrochloric acid, pepsinogen, gastric lipase, amylase, intrinsic factor, water, and mucus. Mucus helps to protect stomach walls from all these very high acids. So all these movement converts the bolus into something called as chyme, and this chyme is very slurry like thing, and then it sends the food or this chyme into the small intestine. Now in the small intestine, most of the digestion and absorption of nutrients take place. It is a very strong and narrow tube. So the food travels throughout this small intestine, and the absorption of nutrients and water has taken place inside this small intestine. The peristalsis movement also occurs in small intestine to keep the food moving forward. So there are mainly three parts of small intestine: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. The food first enters into duodenum. At this time, the digestive juices from the liver, gallbladder, and pancreas enter the duodenum. They help to digest proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. The second part is jejunum. The peristalsis movement is very strong and rapid here. It absorbs sugar, amino acids, and fatty acids. Then it moves into ileum. Inside the ileum, most of the nutrients and water is absorbed, and the leftover chyme is sent into the large intestine. Here, the water, electrolytes, and vitamins are absorbed as it moves throughout the large intestine, and the leftover undigested food is thrown out of the body through anus. Now this is the entire process of digestion. All the organs involved work in unison to perform this digestion. But there are some other glands and organs which help the process of digestion. So now let's see those. Let's start with mouth. In our mouth, there are two things that help the process. One is salivary glands and teeth. Now we have four main types of teeth. They are incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. They also have four different tissues: enamel, dentin, cementum, and pulp. The teeth help to break down the food into very small sizes. This helps the further digestion process. As we are chewing the food, saliva gets added into the food. Now saliva is secreted by salivary glands, and it contains 98% of water and some electrolytes, antibacterial compounds, mucus, enzymes, etc. Salivary glands secrete about 1.5 liters of saliva in a day, and it has different enzymes in it that starts the process of digestion in our mouth itself. Then the next is liver. It secretes the yellow-orange juice called bile. It helps to break down fats. It stores and regulates glucose as we need it. Now let's talk about gallbladder. It sits just below the liver, and it is a very small organ, but it plays a very important role in digestion. It mainly works as a storage compartment. It stores the bile juice produced by liver. Whenever needed, the duct from the gallbladder secretes the juice into small intestine. There is another duct that opens in the small intestine, which is attached to another organ called pancreas. The pancreas secrete enzymes such as lipase, protease, amylase, and it helps to break down the components of the food. This is all about the overview of digestive system. In the next video, we will take an overview of respiratory system. Thank you.